There's a little music starting. Hi, welcome. Come on in. Find an empty chair. There are some, so no worries. So it's good to see everybody on this glorious, glorious morning. All right, let's make sure that whole 4 legs are on the, mat. There we go. And 2 blocks. Does everybody have 2 blocks? Great. We're going to need 2 blocks. And does everybody have a strap today? Great. Great, great, great. And weights, we've got everything. We have got everything. That's fantastic. Let's see the straps. I'm staring at them. Because we're going to use all these things today. Won't that be fun? Ah. We'll just stick with the white one. No. I subbed for a while and now I teach on Friday nights in at 6:15 and then I do Tuesday afternoons at 4:30 Hatha. When I was here, I teach everything but vinyasa. Yeah, I only subbed a couple of chairs. Only a couple. So as we're settling in, welcome. Welcome. You made it. You made it. That's great. That's great. Yeah, blocks as well. We're going to use our own body weight. See how that might work. Not today. Good to see you. And how are you? Great. Yeah, you don't have to put them back now. feel free to join me for anything. And as we're settling in, just a few reminders. Some of you have had me in some other classes that I subbed or in my regular classes, and some of you are new to me. And so just a few reminders. No pain. Pain, right? No pain. If something is causing you pain, especially if it's shooting pain, stop immediately. No good. No good. And we'll make sure everybody's phones are off. And just a general etiquette thing in a yoga space, the teachers, we all have our phones because this is where our music is. But ideally, we actually don't really even bring phones into the space sometimes. Now, you may feel uncomfortable leaving it out there, but there's always somebody there. But definitely make sure they're off. And we definitely don't text or anything like that in a yoga space because it is a sacred space. So also as we practice, you'll hear me say, I'll give you options. So when there's an option, that's just what it means. You don't have to. You might want to try it. You might not want to try it. But very often, that inner voice that we have, that part of us that says, oh, no way. You know, my shoulder's cranked up today. I'm not going to do that. Listen to that over my voice and stay in the option, the first option rather than continuing. You're not less of a yogi if you can't put your foot behind your head, right? That's one of the fun things in this practice that we think, oh, someday I'll get this foot behind my head and I'm going to be the best yogi on earth. No, it's just connection to the body, to the mind, to the spirit. And when we're able to connect in this way to our deeper inner self, we're able to connect what we call the yoga energy, connect to that vibration. That's a high vibration. You may have heard of it. It's called love. Sometimes when we think about this vibration of love, which is what we're connecting to the practice, this is a healing energy. So even though we might say, hey, she's talking about all that love stuff. Who cares about that? I don't want to hear about that. I want to put my foot behind my head. It's really this connection to the vibration that heals ourselves. The great thing, this practice of yoga is an over 5,000-year-old spiritual science. And now modern medicine is actually doing studies to prove so many of the things that these ancient yogis, these ancient rishis have taught us, that they're actually true. We're moving energy through the body. We're moving to this high vibration. And when we're connected to this high vibration, we're not only kind to ourselves, we're kind to others. And when we're kind to ourselves and we're kind to others, there's harmony in the body and outside of the body. It doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, there's no more cartilage in my shoulder, new cartilage will grow in. It might. Let's leave space for that, maybe. At the same time, even if it doesn't grow in, our mind is in a happier place. Our mind and our thoughts go to a space rather than I'm in pain 24/7 to be able to be in a lighter, brighter space. All right, so let's begin our centering. We have 2 blocks. Let's take the first block, and it will be at its tallest level. Let's put it between the ankles, and the second toe is going to be pointing straight forward. So you might adjust your feet. If you can, this left foot angles in a little more than the right foot if I'm trying to get my second toe in alignment. Our bones are not the same side to side in our bodies. So we don't have to line up perfectly. It might be a little crooked, might be yours straight. Let's take the other block. Let's come towards the front of the chair. So the glutes are firmly on the chair. We're very secure here. And the second block is going to go at this lower level. It's going to go between the thighs. Now notice there's a little hugging in. And as we hug in to hold the block between the thighs, do you feel your low belly turning on? Yeah. So as our low belly's turning on, we can then feel the glutes turn on. Hamstrings are turning on. The belly button, you're going to hear this cue over and over again. The belly button lightly draws in. Then the next cue, and we'll do these the whole class, your hip bones, and you can find those with your fingers, and find your low ribs with your fingers. This is a tiny move. It's barely there. The hip bones themselves and the ribs slightly come towards one another. Yeah, it's real small. They go together. So it almost feels like you're hunching over, but you're not hunching over. It's a small move. Now, between the shoulder blades, we push that slightly back. That's a thought. Hey, self, I push back from between my shoulder blades. And now let's relax the hands in the lap. Hand on the left, palms are up. Ladies, put your left hand on top of your right, palms are up. And we'll all just bring our thumb up. The shoulders soften down the back. The chin slightly comes in and back. And you'll feel the back of the neck release. Now this hold of the blocks is subtle. We're not gripping. We just allow a light pressure to keep the blocks in place. And the eyes gently close. So we pause here in a moment in our centering, noticing the breath. At this moment, there's no need to control the breath, just noticing, is it long, slow, deep, and full? All the breath right now is through the nose, gently in and gently out. And as you continue to soften, centering in the next few moments, literally connecting to this energy, I'll read a little excerpt from the Radiance Sutras. Follow the path of the law. Force as she flows like a body. Attend simultaneously to the perineum, that bright place between the legs, to the crown of the skull, and to that shining star place above the head. Notice this living current becoming ever more subtle as she rises, radiant as the morning sun, until she streams outward from the top of the head into all-embracing gratitude. Thus, become intimate with the life of all beings. And then slowly allow the eyes to open if they're not already. Allow the arms to relax down by your sides. Gently. Allow the shoulder blades to glide gently upwards. We don't have to go super far, just where it feels nice. Good. Draw the shoulder blades together. So it looks like I'm pulling the shoulders back, but I'm drawing the shoulder blades on the back body towards one another. Just a little bit. If we've got the face, we're in too far, right? If you've got the face, that's too far. Soft face. Good. Now, allow the shoulders to release down towards the earth. So the arms become very heavy. We may not see a lot that happens in this one. It's a sensation. Good. Now, we're keeping all these cues. We haven't let go of any of those. Let's draw the shoulder blades apart, which brings the shoulders forward. Good. Let's come back to neutral and just pause for a moment. Feel a little energy, a little action through the body, even though what we did was nothing. All right, let's go the opposite way with that nothing. You'll hear me say that a lot through class. Let's just lightly spread the shoulder blades apart, which is what brings the shoulders forward. Good. And soften the shoulder blades. Just relax them and the arms will let go. Shoulder blades, remember, on that back body. Draw those shoulder blades together. Yes. That's it. And then soften that, and then let's bring the shoulder blades up. That's what brings the shoulders lifting. Good. And then slowly release that and pause for that yumminess. We're going to flex our hands. We're going to keep them by our sides, but it's as if we're pressing our hands into the earth. Now, notice as we press our hands into the earth with these flexed wrists, the shoulder blades themselves soften down, belly button draws in. Let's allow that left ear to drape towards the left shoulder. Doesn't have to be far. And then as you feel through the right hand, you're slightly energetically pressing down, you'll feel the right shoulder release just a little more. And then on an inhale, the head comes back to center. We pause for a moment. We might be dizzy because we really opened up some space there. It's okay, we're seated. Let's release over to the opposite side, pressing down gently through that left hand. The wrists are staying flexed. Good, let's inhale up through center. Relax those hands. Place the hands again in the lap and just pause. Feel the space. Now, let's take a moment. Let's take our blocks out, but keep the feet where they are. Keep the legs where they are. Now, we've released the block, but can we, keeping the feet where they are without bringing the knees together, can we turn on those muscles as if we're still holding those blocks? Do we feel that? There's an energetic hugging together. And sometimes that's just a thought. Self, I energetically hug my legs together. Good. Let's take this right hand. Let's hold on to the seat of the chair, shoulders soft. Let's reach this left arm forward and up. The fingers are spread wide. We're still drawing the belly button in. We're still bringing the low ribs and the hip bones towards one another. Doesn't have to be up by the ear. It can be up and a little bit forward. Shoulders happy. Feel that space. Good. Now slowly turn the palm out. Float the arm out. It's still reaching away as it's going out. Good. And then just let that arm relax by your side for a moment. Do you feel that space? Hold chair with this left arm. Let's reach this right arm forward and up. Fingers keep spreading wide the whole time. Active hands. Good. And then slowly, let's reach it out. And we're still reaching. We can turn the palm down as we shift outwards. Oh, mama, that feels good, right? We've got nice long arms now. And then pause. Let's find our straps. Keep the legs exactly where they are. We floss our teeth every day, right? So ideally, we should floss our shoulders every day. So when we're holding the strap, just place it on your thumbs. Good. And then just release this kind of index finger, this part right above the index finger, just release it on top. The fingers still stay wide. So this little light hold will hold the strap, I promise. Now, we've got the arms a little lower than shoulder height. They're a little wider than our shoulders. Our belly's drawn in. Let's extend the arms forward and let's have active fingers. Active fingers keep the shoulders soft. You're going to hear this all through class. Now, we've got that belly drawn in. We're sitting up well. We're hugging the inner thighs. The glutes are turned on. Let's inhale. And we start to slide the shoulder back. So we are lifting the arms, but we're as much sliding the shoulder blades down. And we're breathing. Oh, yeah. Feel how we're creating space in the rib cage here. Now, we've been here for a moment. We're sitting up well. Draw the belly in again. Press down through the feet. And maybe, yes, I saw it. Did you see it? Everybody's lifting up just a little more. We've got a little more space. Good. I haven't forgotten we're still here. Head and neck are neutral. Let's reach a little bit over to the right and up through the left. Good. Good. We don't have to go too far. We're just opening up the waist now. We'll get in there deeper as we keep going. And now we just switch sides. So we're extending and we're reaching over and we're reaching up. That's it. That's it. And inhale through center. Float the arms down. Just place the strap on your legs. Let your hands go. Just relax them in the lap and pause a moment. Oh, that was nice. Feel how we can breathe into the ribs much better. Shall we continue to open up a little more? Anybody's shoulders a little tired? That was what I call nothing, right? But everything happened. So that's a lot of the teaching that I do. It seems like nothing's happening. And then when we complete, we go, oh my gosh, I just got stronger. How'd that happen? She just told us to do nothing. So it's fun little magic. Let's do the same thing with the strap. Let's bring the thumbs in, slightly hold above the index finger. Keep the fingers spreading apart. This is vital. Nice, active hands. Belly drawn in. Let's inhale just as we did before, reaching up. We can exhale as well. Now, reaching up, all we're going to do is twist towards the left. It doesn't matter how far we go. The legs stay exactly where they are. This is turning from the ribs. Good. Let's inhale through center. Let's reach up again by pressing down through the feet. On the exhale. Good. Let's inhale through center. Are we still slightly pressing into the feet? Let's exhale left. Head and neck are comfortable, so move the head wherever it needs to be. Inhale through right. Good. Come back to center. Float those arms down. Let the strap rest on your lap. Relax your hands in your lap. Oh, we got a little more space time. There's our waist. Okay, we're going to use this again. So put it nearby. So we want to turn the belly on just a little bit more. Oh, fun, right? Because it needs to support us and support our back. So first, let's take the heels of our hands just above the knees on our thighs. Lift the fingers up. And as you exhale, push down through the feet, push through the heels of the hands, and then you can press your back away from you, your spine towards the back of the chair. Good. Chin drops towards chest. On an inhale, draw the heels of the hands chest and these shoulder blades come together. So we're doing a few cat-cows just to awaken this mid-body. So we're pushing down through the heel of the hands, which helps press the shoulder blades back. And then we draw the heels of the hands towards us as we reach the chest forward. Yeah, let's do one more of these. And we're breathing with each move. It's immaterial whether it's an inhale or an exhale. We teach cat-cow with both directions. So now just come back to neutral. Just relax those hands. Now I promise, now we feel a little bit more alive here. Now we're going into the belly just a little bit more. Draw the belly button in. Keep the spine straight. On an inhale, bring that left leg up. Good. We're holding it up for a moment. I do this with my hands because it helps energetically. Good. Now you can press down and just let it go for a moment. Here we go. Other leg. Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, floating it down. Let's do that a few more times. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Can we resist the urge to lean back? I don't know if I can or not. Right? We try. I'm leaning back a little as I do it. I'm not a bad person, neither are you. But ideally, we're saying, oh, can I keep my spine exactly where it is and lift the leg? Now slowly release, just pause a moment. Did we feel our low belly turn on a little bit? And we're going to take our hands, we're going to interlace the fingers. Now we've been having big flex or extended fingers. Now we're going to interlace them. We're going to squish them. This is really good for preventing and helping with arthritis in the hands. So that move is going to take place behind the left thigh. So first, we interlace the fingers. So we lean forward a little bit, draw the belly button in, press down through right foot as you inhale left leg up. Now we're holding it in. This is knee to chest. Hey, wait, where's the core here? First, we're squishing ascending colon. Now flex that foot. Reach the heel forward towards me. Do you feel how your back has to work here? Yeah, and we're breathing. This is good. And then slowly bring the heel in towards the glute. Foot is still flexed. Good. Let's extend, whatever extend is, but we're still keeping the thigh in towards the chest. Shoulder blades are sliding down the back. There's a little pressure with the arms pulling the leg in, so the upper back is turning on mama. She's given a lot of instruction today. We'll learn part of the practice is learning to listen more. Who knew? I remember when I first started, as we come in, we're going to do this 2 more times. And I first started yoga and I was a sales rep. So I was out working my sales territory, talking and listening all day. And then I'd go to an evening class, 1 more of these. My brain would be so tired. I was like, I can keep doing the body stuff. My brain can't take it. And then this beautiful instructor, as we released the legs, she shared, she said, oh, we increase our focus and concentration through yoga. And that's through our listening. And so our brains stay very active this way. Whoa, so if your ears are already tired, yes, we're doing yoga. Do we notice a difference between this left leg and this right leg and this whole side body and this back body? Do a little nothing again. Lean slightly forward, interlace the fingers. If you remember which one was on top last time, do the opposite. It's the one that feels weird. Draw the belly in. On an inhale, the leg comes in towards the chest. First, we squeeze it for a moment. We've got a little flex in the foot. We're squishing descending colon. Shoulders are soft, are sliding down the back. Foot's flexed. Let's extend. Good. And then let's bring the heel. This is active. We're bringing the heel towards the glute. We're extending. You can extend on the exhale. You might find your body wants to extend on the inhale. That's okay. They're both correct. It's hard to do something wrong in my class. I've been practicing for over 30 years, so I've been through many waves of what we teach. They're all correct. There's no one way. I used to think, I'm going to go to India, I'm going to find the original spot where it all began. I'm going to find that one location. It doesn't exist. No. Good. That was the last one. You did it. As you draw in, float the leg down. Just pause a moment and feel that juicy yumminess, the energy flowing through the body. Ah, we're alive. Let's take our hands. Let's interlace them again. Belly's drawn in. Push the palms forward, and we're going to get that nice little extension across the palms. Yeah. Shoulders can be soft. Elbows can be bent. You see, I've got my elbows bent. If I push forward all the way, I get a tension in the neck. So I've always elbows out. So if you're like me, that's okay. No bad yogis in the space. If it feels good for your bones to extend the whole way, you're not a bad yogi either, right? Our bones are different. Now turn that back in, relax. Oh, feel all this energy. Ah. Now, opening our heart is part of the purpose of this yoga. However, this is tricky. Remember how I've been saying bring hip bones and low ribs together? Even in a back bend, we try to hug those towards one another. So we're going to see, first, let's take one hand and then the other, and let's hold the chair right at the seat behind us. Can everybody get that? Good. Okay, so this is option 1. Some of you might find it easy, might have to slide back a little, to hook your arms over the back of the chair. And if that feels good, that's fine. I'm going to teach from here today. So keeping the low ribs in, belly drawn in, shoulder blades come together. That's what brings the shoulders back. The sternum lifts up to the sky. Good. Good. Head and neck are comfortable. So sometimes for most of us, having the gaze right where the black part of the paint goes to the white part of the paint, where the ceiling and the wall connect, that's kind of a neutral neck for most of us. It's just chin raised a tiny bit. Good. For some of you, lifting chin, notice I didn't say drop head back, lifting chin up a little further feels really delicious. So that's an option. That one is going to start to drain your lymphatic system a little more. And so you may get postnasal drip and some coughing up a lung. That's okay. That's all the lymphatic fluid moving through. And gently, let's just float the hands back to the lap. Pause a moment. Oh, there's our open heart. We can breathe even better. Ah. Remember I said we were going to use this again. Now we've opened a little more. Let's use this strap. Let's do the same hold we've been doing, thumb and towards the index finger. Little wider than our shoulders, our fingers spread apart, belly's drawn in. We inhale up, the shoulder blades are going down the back. Good, good. Now, can we reach up just a little more? Can we bend the left elbow and keep the other arm up, starting to track it towards the back a little bit? Good, but the spine is straight here. Oh, can we inhale up and exhale the right? Spine stays straight. We're still reaching up with that left arm. Yeah, and the elbow's a little bit towards the back body if we can do it, right? And let's do that. Inhale down and inhale up, and make sure that belly's drawn in with every inhale. We can exhale down and inhale up. Let's do that again. Let's exhale down. Inhale up. No rush. Take your time. If you're a little slower than my pace, your breath is, that's perfect. I'm probably going a little fast. Here we go. Reaching up. Now, hold this extension. Keep spreading the fingers wide. Draw the belly button in. Hinge at the hips. Still reach up and away. We're not going to go all the way forward, just forward a little bit. Feel your arms extending out. Now we're turning on the back muscles here. Do we feel the back starting to work? Good. Inhale up. Float those arms down. Rest for just a moment. Ah. We have to find ways to turn on the muscles that we need, right? Step by step. Let's put this to the side for now. Let's grab our blocks one more time. Between the ankles, between the thighs. Good. So we've done this twist, I'm sure you've done this. So we're still going to hug in. We're going to draw the belly button in. The shoulders are soft. We'll start off with hands on our laps, palms down. Let's inhale our nice long spine. Feel that length. On the exhale, turn from the ribs, turn towards the left. Take the right hand, just place it outside the left leg. Legs still stay straight forward. Yeah. Now, pick up this left hand. Maybe it reaches the chair behind you somewhere. Shoulder blades are soft. The chin turns towards the left shoulder. You're going to see me in the mirror move my head. It's just because I need to look at you. And I can't see you if I don't turn my head. Good. Everybody's doing great. Excellent. Holding where we are. Inhale a nice long spine. Shoulders are soft. Exhale where we are. Now we're going to do a double helix. Some of you scientists may see that twisty turny in your head. Keep the body where it is. Move the chin from the left shoulder. Move the chin. The head will follow towards the right shoulder. Good. And notice how this changes the twist. The body's still heading to the left. The head is going to the right. We move from the chin so that the neck muscles stay soft and we get that release. Good. On your next inhale, come back to neutral with the head. Exhale. And then inhale. Come back to center. Just pause for a moment. Do we feel all that space in the lung? Oh, mama, that is so good. We are going to stand up some today, and we are going to move from this position. But we're just getting every needs that when we get to those spaces we're all right. So we're going to do this twist the other side. So first we inhale a nice long spine. On the exhale, this left hand comes outside the right leg. The hand comes behind to find the chair somewhere. Good. We inhale a nice long spine again, and on the exhale, as we're turning the ribs towards the right, the chin goes towards the right. Good. And again, you're going to see me turn my head because I'm going to look at everybody. Great, great. So we're breathing. We inhale a nice long spine. On the exhale, we're just holding right where we are. We don't need to push to make more happen. And then double helix. So we move from the chin. So the thought is self. I keep my body where it is. I move the chin towards the left shoulder. Good. Notice how we get a little different opening now. The tissues, down the back of head, up over the ear, across the top of the right shoulder. Oh, mama, that's on an inhale, bring the head back to forward. We exhale. And on an inhale, bring the torso back to center. Just pause. Ah, this feels good. Now, let's take these blocks. Let's put them to the side for a moment. Let's just take a moment to notice how well we're doing. Let's press our low belly. Hello, low belly. Hey, how you doing down there right below the belly button? Anybody feel that some muscles have turned on? So something's happened, right? We're going to add to this something happening. We've got some tissues happening there. Now, we're going to take our hands right to our sides behind us. We don't have to come up high. We're going to draw that belly in again. We're going to press down through the feet and through the heels of the hands, and maybe we'll slightly levitate the hips up. Let's try it. It's okay if we don't. So we inhale a nice long spine, belly in. On the exhale, press down through hands and feet. And do we levitate just a little bit? The answer might be no, Karen, I don't, but at least push down. Good. And then slowly release. Good. Shall we do that again? Draw belly in. Let's press down. Let's lift up. Good. And let's come on down. Let's try one more. Belly in, push down. Lift up just a bit. Excellent. Slowly release. Just pause. Let your arms in. And then just because it's fun. Hey, did a bicep action happen? Might have. Maybe something in the tricep? Yeah, something happened. Now, we're going to do that one more time, and let me show you the option. No one has to. Don't feel like you must. Just if it calls to you, watch just for 1 second. The option is to push down and then lift hips up for a tabletop. So some of you may find that is delicious. Don't have to. All right, so we'll levitate one more time. Got the hands. Make sure the heel of the hand is strongly on the edges of the chair. Belly's drawn in. Inhale, on the exhale, push down through feet, maybe hips. Yes! We're turning on, look at us. Bet some of you thought you couldn't do that, right? And slowly come on down and pause. And notice how your back worked. All right, I promised we were going to come to standing, didn't I? To have a block, we're going to make our way to standing. So, we're going to see if we can do it without pushing down through the chair with our hands. We might be able to, we might not to. So if you want to push down with the chair, if you want to do some swirly thing that gets you out of the chair, that's fine. There's lots of ways out. But if you want to play, let's hold our block, draw the belly in, press down through feet. Look at all of you coming right up. Little trick there. So since that was so easy, let's go back down. Hug the inner thighs. Let's go back up. And since that seems somewhat easy, one more time, let's go down. And here we go. Last time, we're staying up this time. Good job. Good job. Let's take our block. Let's have our feet hip distance apart. Now, any of you that prefer to have the chair handy for balance, come behind your chair. And then it's right here for you. You're fairly close. And it's right here. I'll demonstrate from back here. Good. So we've got this block between our thighs. Just like we did earlier, our feet are hip distance apart. We're strengthening our legs every time and strengthening our foundation by using this block. Now again, look down, second toes are straight forward. So we turn our feet so that our second toes straight forward. That's going to help realign our pelvis. Some of you may even be feeling, especially in one side, like something's starting to happen in this hip. Yeah, we're realigning the bones. And it's going to affect the back and it's going to affect the shoulders. All right, so here we are. This is our mountain. So our belly's drawn in, hip bones and low ribs coming towards one another. Shoulders are soft. These shoulder blades are just sliding down the back. I like to take my finger right to the cleft of the chin. Now the chin stays even, parallel with the earth, but we slightly push it back. It's almost a double chin, just a little bit, yeah. And that releases back of neck. So this is our mountain and our shoulders are soft. And we're standing. Good. Now let's turn the palms out. Let's spread the fingers wide. On an inhale, we're reaching out like we've been doing all class. We're reaching our arms up, but the shoulder blades stay down. Good. Whatever up is. Good. And then turn the palms down and let's slowly exhale out. Now this next time we're going to do a really neat hand position. Let's inhale up. And wherever our top is, let's interlace our thumbs and spread the fingers wide and the palms are facing forward. Good. Let's inhale a nice long spine. On the exhale, we reach up and over towards the left. So it's not so much over. See, I'm dumping. Oh, no dumping. We're reaching up. So the over may not be as far. We're pressing down through the feet. Press down a little harder through left foot, and you'll feel the right hip go out. And we're breathing, and the chest is opening to the sky. Head and neck are comfortable. Big inhale through the nose, like you're sniffing something up. Here it comes. Good. See how that floated you up and lifted you up and out? Let's inhale a nice long spine. Let's exhale, reach up and over to the right. And we're breathing, and we soften the face. If we've got the face, we might be in too far. Good, good. We're in a lateral side stretch. Anytime we come out of side stretches, it's a big loud sniff through the nose. Here it comes. Yes, do you see how that pops you out? Yeah, it's like we're sniffing something up into the nose, like you're doing one of those sprays up in your nose. When you do that, it lifts us up and out of our low back. So any of us who have a tendency to get a little tweaky in the low back, it's usually on the dismounts. It's usually on the transitions. So sniff like that, we use momentum to come up and out rather than getting stuck in the back. All right, look at our chairs right in front of us. We're going to keep the block between the legs. We're going to soften the knees slightly. We're going to hinge at the hips. First, we're going to find the back of the chair with the hands. We're lengthening the sternum forward, so we've got a nice long spine here. Now, if it feels good for your body, you can come all the way down to the seat of the chair with your hands. Now we're here. We draw the belly button in. Press the hips back a little bit while you're reaching the sternum forward. Do you feel your spine lengthening? So it's not so much down, it's extension. Anybody feel their low back letting go a little bit? Soften the knees a little more. Draw the belly button in more. Shift the hips back a little bit more. Anybody feel your low back now? Releasing, there we go. There we go. Now we're in a forward bend. We come out of these by pressing down through the legs, by pressing into the feet. So draw the low belly in, press down through the feet, and inhale, you'll pop right up. You don't have to use your back. Yes. So here's me using my back to come out. Right? Here's me pressing down through the legs and using the inhale. Let's try that. All right, hinge at the hips. Let's come on forward. Good. All right, we're going to press down through the feet. We're going to inhale up. Yes, 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 yes. Isn't that better? Teaching you all the ways we won't get stuck. Right? We get stuck because we're trying so hard to use our muscles, but there's levers in our body, and there's momentum using breath, so we can get out of situations using those. All right. Now, I haven't forgotten you still have this block between your legs. Let's soften the knees. Let's take the block. Let's put it to the side. Keep your feet right where they are. Come on up and pause. Ah. Feel your glutes turned on. Feel your inner thighs hugging. There we go. Those are our cues. Let's turn our chairs the opposite way. What? Got about a foot and a half between you and the chair. We're going to play with our balance. We've now got strong legs. We've got our core turned on. Let's press down through right foot so we shift a little to the right. Oops, let me teach you one thing. Hands can turn on our low belly. Turn the palms away. Press your hands back. Do you feel your low belly turning on? There's your core support. So as we do this balance, we're going to keep these arms like this because then our core is helping us. Slightly shift to the right. Maybe just pick up the left foot a little or just the toes off and on. I think you can see my foot in the mirror if you need that thing. Need a visual. Good. Slowly release that. Place the feet back where they were. Just relax the arms a moment because they were working. Here we go. Let's do the other side. Press the hands back. Feel your low belly turn on. Shift to the left leg. Just pick up the right foot a little bit. Maybe you can circle the ankle. Maybe you can circle the foot, releasing the ankle the other way. Good. And slowly release that little bit of a hula. Ah. Now, we're going to see if we can lift that leg a little further. Let's turn on our belly. Shift to the right. Can the knee come up? Good. And it's okay if you wobble. That's building strength. Excellent. And slowly release that leg. You guys are good. Little hula before we do the other side. Press the hands back. Shift. Lift. Good. Good. It's okay. Shoulders getting tired? Okay, yeah, just be careful with the arms then. And slowly release. Good. Now here comes the next one. 2 ways in. One way in is to put one foot on the chair. Here's the other way in. Hinge at the hips, soft knees. Pick the foot up, put it on the chair. Here's the third way in. Hinge at the hips, hold on slightly. Put your hand behind your thigh. Help get the foot securely, left foot, all the way onto the seat of the chair. Can we all do that? All right, so we'll start off. Turn on our low belly. Self, do I need to hinge? Hinge if you need to hinge. If not, just lift the foot up. Good. Now, anyone who's hinging forward, you can stay hinged forward the whole time. You can also try to come up. Good. Good. Yes, I see everybody turning on their belly. Excellent. Good. Now, press slightly down through the left foot. Yes, do you feel how the pressure's coming out of this right hip when you do that? And you're turning on the hamstring in this leg. Great. Look at this balance. We're one-legged. You may say, Karen, but I've got my foot in the chair. Yes. And we're going to optionally add. Spread the right fingers wide. Reach them up. Spread the left hand out, palm facing away, and press it back while you're reaching up and back and down. This is olive tree. There's a lot going on, and we're breathing. Look at this balance in the space. Excellent. Slowly float the arms down. Now, twist, optional. You can do it by leaning forward, bringing one hand around, still holding on to the chair. So that's your option. If you want to try staying upright, we inhale the arms up. We turn towards the left. Right hand comes outside the leg. And this left hand comes behind back. And we look over the shoulder. Good. You guys have got it. Excellent. And then head comes back to center. Slowly release the hands. And we want to have this leg let go. You might be able to draw the belly in, pick that leg up and slide it off the chair. You might prefer to lean forward. So your choice, we just release that leg. Little hula. Do we feel any difference? Ah, that's kind of nice. Shall we do the other side? Find all our cues. Make your decision. Do you want to hinge and use the chair to help get the right leg up? Or do you just want to lift it up? Good. Find your balance wherever you are. We're pressing slightly down into the right foot. That helps release the hips a little bit. Belly's drawn in. Good. Let's see about our olive tree. Let's reach up through this left arm. Right palm turns away and we reach out at an angle and back. So we're reaching up, out and back, down through the left leg, down through the right leg, even though the right leg's forward. Good. Look at these olive trees. Amazing. Amazing. Oh, and are we breathing? Oh, yeah. And then slowly release those arms. Twist. Remember the option. It's a different side. Option is to hold on and then create the twist. Okay? If you want to do it stand, we inhale, that comes outside right leg, and this right arm comes around to the sacrum. Good. We're pressing down on the leg that's in the chair a little harder. That'll keep the hips in alignment. Good. Head comes back to center. On an inhale, de-rotate. We're going to release that leg. Give yourself a little hula. Those hips are opening up. All righty. Shall we try a triangle? Let's take the chair towards the top of the mat. Still the face, you. And we're about 2 to 3 feet from the chair. Feet are still. We're going to step that left foot forward so that it's under the seat of the chair. And now you know you can hinge at the hips any point if you need to, and the chair is right there for you. Now this back foot, this right foot, we want to angle it so that it's about a 45-degree angle towards the left. And you may want to heel toe the leg out just a little bit more. Good, and I think you can see in the mirror. All right, so the hips are facing towards the right. It's a triangle. We're going to inhale the arms out. We're going to reach towards the mirror. So reach, reach, reach. Let your left hand touch the seat of the chair. Right arm comes up as you roll your chest towards the sky. And I'm going to come out so I can see everybody. Excellent. These are beautiful triangles. Are we breathing? Now let's find our subtle cues. Belly's drawn in. Inner thighs are hugging. Legs are turned on. And then we lengthen the spine out the top of the head. Good. Now this is a lateral stretch. We want to come out with a big inhale through the nose. Here it comes. Big loud sniff. Good. Float the arms down. Woo. Woo. Triangle's big. How'd that feel? Good. All right. You know where we're going. We can open up even more. All right. So we're going to inhale our spine and our arms come out. We can send the hips a little away from us while we're reaching forward. Then the hand comes down towards the seat of the chair. We roll the chest open towards the sky as that right arm reaches up. Now looking up is optional. If that does not feel good on your neck, look down at your left hand in the chair. Is our belly still drawn in? Good, everybody's doing great. That's it, exactly. That was a revolved triangle. That's next week. Draw the belly button in, big loud sniff through the nose. Here it comes. Float the arms down. Now, just heel toe the feet in just a little. Come back to your mountain. Pause a moment and notice the difference one side to the other. Ooh. Triangle really starts to create some space in the low back. It's one of the best postures and one of the most invigorating, in case you didn't notice. Let's step that right foot forward so that it's about the center underneath the chair. And then this other leg, we step back. You can even do what I just did. You can hold on to the back of the chair and just float the leg back and shift your weight. Toes are turning inwards towards the seat of the chair on that back leg, the left leg. So we let the pelvis face the front. We inhale the arms up. We exhale, we reach over towards the chair, that direction. Then we let the hand float down, the other one comes up. Legs are active, so it's left arm up, right arm down. You're gonna feel me come out because I'm looking at everybody. Excellent, excellent. Wherever we are, slightly press into those right fingertips. That'll release that left low back outer hip just a little more. And we come out by sniffing up through the nose. Here it comes. Good. And then float the arms down. Just pause a moment. Man. Yes. I don't in triangle. Triangle is generally straight legs. Is it affecting your knee? Is it bothering it? Bend it. Good question. See, this is fabulous. Sensational. A+, gold star today. Something's bothering you, holler out. An option. Generally, we keep it straight. But if the quad isn't lifting up enough and you have a straight leg, it puts pressure on the kneecap. So it's the quad lift that determines if you should have a straight leg or a bent leg. We're going to do some with a bent leg in just a little bit. Okay. All right. Shall we do it one more time? Take your time. Arms go out. We reach. And up. And it's okay if you touch your neighbor. We're all in the vibration of love now, right? Just a few breaths. You're doing great. And then here comes our big loud inhale through the nose. Come on up, float the arms down. Heel toe the feet towards one another. Pause in our mountain. Excellent. So let's understand those hips and those knees just a little bit more from a seated position. How's that sound? All right, let's take our chair. Let's put it towards the bottom of our mat, which is that direction. We won't need the blocks right now, but have them not too far from you, just in case I change my mind. Good. So once again, we're seated on the chair, but we're a little forward. So our back's not up against the chair, we're a little forward, so we're gonna have, because we're gonna move our legs around. This way we have that freedom to do so, and you might have to do what I'm doing, is just kind of push a few things out of the way with your feet. All right. Woo! Belly's in. We're gonna pick up the left leg, just pick it up. Send it out to the left as much as it wants to be. So you may not have a perfect alignment with your hip, that's okay. Good. Now, as it's seated right there, place the hands on this right leg. All we're going to do is press into the toes, lift the heel. Just turning some tissues on a little bit. Bring the heel down, lift the toes up. Come up on the toes. No, you had it. You had it. Your left leg out. Yeah. There you go, my angel. And then down. Let's lift the toes. One more time, let's lift up the heel. Feel the leg work, the hip work. Bring the heel down, lift the toes. Good. Now we're gonna draw the belly in. We're gonna pick that leg up. We're gonna bring it back to the front. Notice how we work our core when we pick the leg up. Oh, snuck it in there on you. There we go. Inhale the right leg up just a little. Bring it out to the side, just wherever it wants to land comfortably. No pain, no discomfort. And then just lift the heel up. Release the heel and lift the toes. Notice how this works the brain too. Aren't we funny? Lift the heel.
What gets me is you say right but do left, but because you're facing up.
Because I'm mirroring.
I watch you
And lift the toes. Here's the fun part as a teacher, and let's do it one more time. Just take your time. We're either mirroring or we're doing the same thing. So depending on where, because we've got kind of a semicircle, this is always where it's tricky to decide, do I want to mirror or not mirror? Because for some of you, it's a little more opposite, and how some of our brains think. Anyway, pick it up, bring the leg in. Good. Now this time we're going to turn the torso towards the left as we pick up the left leg. Now we turn the torso. Now the left glute securely on the chair. Now notice our right leg, how it naturally wants to roll in. We're going to let it roll in. That's an inner rotation. And as it rolls in, we're going to slide the foot back a little behind us, and we've got this glute just a little bit on the chair. Now just let it kind of hang, and we can put both hands here on the leg. This is what I call, well, hamstring grabbing. Okay, take your time. Let the leg kind of hang out of the socket. This actually creates space. This is one of what I call my airport moves. When I'm in an airport, waiting for the plane, I'm sitting at the gate, plastic chairs that are a really bad angle for our backs. Then I sit on the edge of the chair and I just let the leg dangle, and it creates space in the hip and low back. So we just hang here for another moment. Good. Now, the option is to stay like this. We can interlace the fingers, place them on the left thigh. If your hamstrings feel like it and your body feels like it, you can curl those right toes under and press the heel away, and that will start to open the front of the hip a little more. Oh, I heard a groan.
This muscle, not the hamstrings that are feeling this.
Oh, good, excellent. It's okay to feel the quad instead of the hamstrings. That's okay. No problem. That's fantastic. You just as long as you're feeling it. That's yeah. Good. Just another breath here. All right. Let's relax the toes. Just roll back onto the top of the foot, and then let's roll back to center. Let's extend the right leg. Let's keep the left leg bent. Let's interlace the fingers over this left leg. Well, inhale a nice long spine. Let's flex that right foot, and let's exhale, come forward. So we're actually over the left leg. And if it's really comfortable, just let the arms go and let the head go over the leg. Good. So when we're over the left leg and we have the belly and chest on the leg, we're still getting an opening in the right leg, but we're not going too far. We're protecting our low back. Good. Inhale a nice long spine. Come on up. Let's come back to both legs bent. Pause a moment. Now, I know we haven't done the lunge on the other side, but we're going to go ahead and extend that left leg. Flex the foot. Interlace the fingers. Inhale a nice long spine. Exhale, come over this bent leg. Oh, there's the release in the back of the left leg. Ideally, that feels really yummy. This is another one I do in the airport. I lead a few international yoga retreats every year, so I'm always in the airport a couple times a year, big times, trying to stretch out. Just got back 2.5 weeks ago from Peru, from Machu Picchu. Draw belly in, inhale up, pause for the whoosh up the spine. Unbend or bend that leg, pause. All right, so right leg as we turn towards the right. You may need to adjust a little once you get here, that's fine. The left leg is free and easy. And I'm the one who just got the hamstring that grabbed. That's okay. And first we just let the leg dangle. And for some of us with super long legs, your knee might touch the earth. It's okay if it does. Good. Oops, oops, oops. You caught yourself. Good job. I haven't forgotten you're still here. Yeah, and we may feel this more in quad than hamstring. You may feel it in the ball and socket of the hip. You may feel it low back. We're just letting it dangle. Good, and then optional, you can stay right here. If you want to curl the toes under and press back through the heel, we'll start to get some openings. You may feel it front and back. You may just feel it front of the thigh. You may just feel it back of the thigh. Now, as we progress, we'll get our arms in on this one too. But right now, let's not worry about it. We've done a lot of work with the upper body today. So we can let our arms relax now. They get a free ride. Good, now just relax that left foot, just come back again to the top of the foot. Just let the leg dangle. Draw the belly button in, and then we rotate ourselves on the chair. We come back to our chair mountain. Just pause a moment. Now, I think this next move is everybody's favorite. Shavasana. No, but that is everybody's favorite. Second favorite, number 4. Let's pick up right leg first, and let's cross. Now, ideally, when we're seated, our bony part of our ankle, we want it to the other side of the knee, so that if we have the bony ankle on top of the knee in this, for a lot of us, that can start to create some discomfort. So we just slide that bony part off. Now, if we want to protect our knees, you slightly flex the foot. Again, not a death grip, just a slight flex. We inhale, a nice long spine. This might be enough in your outer hip. You may say, oh, mama, that's all I got. Some of you might find it easeful to rest your hands over your calf. Some of you might find your chest can rest and your arms dangle over. Some of you might not find that happening. That's okay. Wherever we are, no goal, no need to push, no need to pull. That's it. And I see several of you with your ankles crossed but in the same shape. That's a beautiful alternative. We'll just breathe here for a few moments. Breath is long, slow, deep, and full through the belly. Now, as we soften here, you may start to notice a gentle tug, if you haven't already, right in the middle of your glute on this right side. That's our little tiny piriformis. That's about an inch long muscle, and it goes horizontally in the middle of your glute. That little tiny boogery muscle is for most of us the root of low back tightness and low back pain. So if you feel that right in the middle of your glute, that's your piriformis. And for some people, you never feel it. You're like, nope, that's not me. But those of us who that little muscle likes to tighten up, we go, oh, mama, there you are. And when it's tight, I haven't forgotten you're still here. When it's tight, literally it feels like your rear end hurts. Way back in the day, before I was married, I came back from being a sales rep. That week was a tough week. I'd driven 1,000 miles. Came back late Friday night. I had a date on Saturday. And I told the fella, I'm not going on a date because my butt hurts. And it was the piriformis, but I didn't know that at the time. He thought I didn't want to go out with him. He thought that was a pretty funny excuse. Draw the low belly in. Let's gently inhale up. Pause for a moment before we come completely out. Feel that rush of energy through the outer hip. Mama. Whew. Use your hands. We got to be kind now. Let's use our hands to help bring the leg back to our seated mountain. Just pause a moment. Ooh, when we do a long hold like that, which is what we do a lot of in yin, the connective tissue releases, not only the muscles, but the connective tissue soften. That gives us 4% more space in the body. So we held that yin style. And now, after a moment, and what it does is you feel like you're 110 years old when you come out for a moment. You're like, ow, what? It shouldn't hurt, but it's just strange. And that's the connective tissue. It takes about 1 minute to 2 minutes to kind of reconnect with the brain and bounce back and be like, oh, I'm okay, nothing happened. But now it should be feeling good. Shall we do that on the other side? Let's pick up this left ankle. Let's cross it over the right again. Let the bony part be free of the leg. Whatever forward might be, it's okay. Even upright is fine. This might be your shape. Yeah. And if coming all the way, if that feels good, go right ahead. Yeah. And the breath is long, slow, deep and full through the nose if it's possible. That's it, beautiful. And as you continue to soften in this shape, you may be reflecting a little bit and say, you know, aside from that triangle, we kind of did a lot of nothing today. And yet, ideally, we still have more class, but once you leave today, I hope today as you're living, as you're in your life, you'll notice things like, oh, that was easy getting out of the car. Oh, I popped up to turn off the timer on the oven without even thinking about it. Oh, as I walked up the stairs, I felt my core engage. Because what we do in this space is all about making life more easeful, more joyful. You okay, sweet angel? No worries, no worries. Good. I just wanted to make sure nothing was wrong. Safe travels. Now you have some new things to do in the airport. I didn't know she was traveling. Wasn't that interesting? So the more things are more easeful as we're in our life. And again, the more we're in that space of love, that space of joy, that space of bliss, we're less grumpy. Don't we all want to be less grumpy? Oh, yeah. Being over 30 is kind of a pain sometimes, right? You kind of wake up and go, ow, why is everything hurt? All I did was sleep.
Fortunately, none of us are over 30.
Exactly. One more breath here. And then slowly inhale up. Pause for that whoosh up the spine. Slowly unfurl. Just pause a moment and then everything will start to settle. Again, this is the connective tissue let go. Yeah, and so at first it's kind of like, what is that? We may want to rub it. It's okay to rub it. Let's hold on to the chairs. Let's bring the feet mat distance apart. We're towards the edge. Let's just gently windshield wiper. Just a little bit. We've moved our spine in all the directions, all 6 directions. Yeah. Nope, we haven't shavasana yet. We're not done yet. Good. Now come back to center. Shavasana. If it's available to you to lay on the floor, the ideal position would be to come down. You can even take your blanket and put it behind your head. Would be to come down and place your, oh, mama, this is so good. Place your legs in your chair. We're going to be here for a while, so I promise it's worth it to get on the floor if you can get back up. If that's not in your wheelhouse, you'll sit in the chair comfortably. And again, for men, you'll place right hand on top of left. Ladies will place left hand on top of right. Good. So take a few moments to find your Shavasana position. No rush. Take your time. Gonna dim the lights just a bit. Good. And if you have a different position that you love, that's easeful for your body to get into Shavasana, that is okay as well. Good. Good choice. Good choice. Yeah. So again, gentlemen, if you're seated, you have the right hand palm up in the left hand. Ladies, it's left hand on top of right, thumbs are together. And as we find our way into our final posture, our Shavasana, we allow the breath to just let go and regulate itself. And as we soften here, we just let everything melt. In our Shavasana, our body, mind, and spirit come together to allow these openings to be our new normal. And so for now, in the silence, there's absolutely nothing left for you to do but to just let. And ever so gently, allowing your breath to naturally deepen. And then taking a few moments to begin with very small moves of gently wiggling the fingers and toes. And then it'll probably feel good to just take a good morning stretch wherever you are, however that feels, stretching through fingers and toes and arms and legs. And then if you're on your back, bring your thighs in towards your chest and gently roll over to one side to allow yourself to push up. There is no rush. Take all the time in the world to once again come to our seated mountain. No rush to get here. Take your time. Yes, if you'd like to stay on the floor, that's fine too. You don't have to come up. So right wherever we are, let's bring our palms together at heart center. Love to close class with one Om, the sound of the universe, with Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. So feel free to join me. We'll inhale for Om and then go right into the Shantis. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May you all have an absolutely magnificent rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you all so much. There's no rush. Karen. Karen? Yes. Nice to see you. Ah. Yeah, so if it feels good to you and you feel comfortable and you can neatly return your props, great. If you're like, no, Karen, I can't return my props today and they won't be neat, don't do it. We know Casey likes them all perfect, so better to leave them and we'll get them rather than leave them messy. Ah.